Hey, it's Andrew Armonger from the Ammo Group. I wanted to talk to you guys about our fun stuff going on around this coronavirus and kind of the changes that are happening. So first and foremost, realtors, stick around. There's going to be a little bit for you. My military members, definitely stick around, especially if you are purchasing something as we speak, because this affects you as well. So first and foremost, the Fed dropped rates. Okay, we've gotten, I think, 3 calls in the last couple of days of people thinking that the Fed dropping the rates means that there's going to be 0% mortgages or something. No, that's wildly inaccurate. That is not the case. In fact, the Fed changing the rates are probably not going to affect rates at all. Most of that is going to come from the stock market. Depending on how we rally or don't rally, that's going to kind of affect things. So if we rally, most likely the interest rates are going to start creeping up for the long term. If it doesn't and the stock market continues to get hurt, then that's going to kind of affect rates too. But at the end of the day, the Fed dropping the rate is probably only going to affect credit cards and maybe home equity loans and things like that. But it shouldn't be touching mortgages. It could affect it, but it's very unlikely. Okay, so I just want to get that out there because we had a lot of people calling in, a lot of past customers and things like that. So I think that's the big part on that. Second, the big one, the military has stopped movement, including TDYs, until I believe it's May 11th. That date might be inaccurate. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it's May 11th. So what this means, if you're purchasing something right now, there's a lot of big question marks and a lot of big what ifs, and things might be a little bit scary, particularly if you're under contract. Just note that if you're in a different state or even a different country, you can start getting your BAH down here if you start talking to your command, right? So start with your first sergeant and start working that, because you don't want to purchase something down here and not be able to afford it because the military stopped your movement for a while. So one of the things that you can do is an exception to policy, and you can actually get start getting your BAH out here. So if you're living, like we have a customer currently that I think he closes this week, and he was worried about it. He's over in overseas right now, so he got an exception to policy, so then he can start getting his BAH now, so that he doesn't have any hiccups with his mortgage, because that would not be good. So that's the big thing. That's for you realtors too. Just know that that is a thing. If their leadership will allow it, that is something that they can do, so that they're not hurting with cash, because that's never fun, especially right after a move. We already spend, the military member spends a lot of money moving. Even if the military's moving them, they still end up spending a lot out of pocket. It's not cheap. So those are the 2 big things I wanted to talk about. The rest and the coronavirus and all that, I don't particularly care about. Just, it is what it is. But these are the things affecting us right now. If you guys have any questions at all, and lenders, if you have anything to pop in and say, I would love to hear it down below in the comment sections. We've had a lot of great local lenders here give us a lot of great information. That's actually where a lot of this is coming from. I'm not smart enough to know the difference between the Fed rate and, all of that other stuff, but we had a lot of really good lenders giving us that information. So thank you guys so much on that. Any other information you guys want to put down below, go after it. I would love to have a conversation on that kind of stuff. Outside of that, if you have any questions on the military not moving and how this is going to affect things, just let us know. And if you have any questions, just comment down below. Thanks. See ya.